Say word, it's that LA music.
That I should go so I can be there. I'll be where I'm only human. Sometimes I may be scared. Hope I don't provoke you with my fool ass. Cause who's there to keep me from just turning me into cool man? Now you said that it was only one. They said it's two there. How can I trust a man when they don't even have a clue? Yeah, the truth is with all these idols in the room, Yahawah gon' consume it, bring his anger. I'm like, ooh yeah. Who's the creator of the fire? Why Shemayim, death the roof say he's an idol. Oh no, he's not your rival, but still they must insist they go through trial and denial. Procrastinate, they walk instead of come and jog this mile. I'm so sick of people trying to make a scene and trying to make a scene that y'all right. When he already gave me the way how to live, but instead they'd rather deny it. With these riots and giving these people the credit of changing the climate. How many times must I remind them y'all do things in its timing? If it ain't for y'all, then can you tell me what we waiting for? Ain't no eeny, meeny, miny, more, no, it's them alone.
Hey, first and foremost, before we start this off, we got to give all praises and all honors and glory to Yahawah and Yahawah only forever and ever by saying, Kal Yada, Wakabawah, Wahawah, La Yahawah, YAHAWAH'S. Alam wa alam. Hey, yeah, man. Hey, hey, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that little, you know what I'm saying, that little clip it, that little clip. Don't worry about that. No, we'll get to that one day. But anyway, I pray everybody out there doing good. Now I know we left off at verse 2. Sorry for my rant and all of that for verse 1. We're gonna try to move a little forward and get to verse 2 and 3 and at least 4. You know, um, always here on Yahweh's portion. You know what I'm saying? First off, we don't ask you to hit the like button. We don't ask you to do anything. If you decide to, that's you. All we ask for you to do here is, if you will get a pen and pad, we encourage you to do that. Always come with the understanding that, hey, look, I can't trust man. I gotta go back for myself, right? But of course, here today we're gonna get into the second part of this. We were talking about how so-called divination and magic, and especially today's time, for the most part, it deals with sensationalism. And now we're getting more deeper into it, understanding that it is a psychological warfare. We living in a point of life where the media is just filled with all type of euphemisms, you know what I mean? All type of negativity. And for the most part, it comes to target your inner person, especially when you decide to walk into the statues of the Most High. Then you're going to have a deeper problem than most people, because you start to realize that, hey, the Torah is my foundation. And this is what makes me smart. This is what protects me. This is what sets me apart from everyone else. And in the midst of doing that, then we know that these physical, mental, whatever it is, these attacks, they only try to evade you from going forward, whether it's YouTube creators, whether it's the media, as far as the politics. It doesn't matter what it is. You know what I mean? Even us coming into the truth of knowing that it is only the Most High. We come to the realization of that. But when it comes to the part where, when we start to understand the Most High's judgments, we start to understand the order of how things should go, just according to what is written. And that is when we start to realize, hey, I need to read for myself. Some may, but for the most part, they don't. They don't do that. They listen to people, and then when they start to realize, hey, this is not right, they cannot help themselves but to listen to people still. Listen to the president, listen to the pastor, listen to the teachers that telling you to come to the pagan holiday events or whatever it is. It's a mental game they're playing with you. Understand this. It's warfare, right? So we're going to be focusing on a few things. We're going to be focusing on the nature of the attack, which we already know for the most part. When people, we'll say spiritual, this is spiritual, but when we understand, even in Psalms 27, let me pull this up. I'm doing a little bit too much stuff. Even when we pull up in Psalms 27 and 2, right? Let's just get straight into it. It says, when the wicked, even my enemies and my foes, came upon me to eat my flesh, they stumble and fail. So let's read first verse 1 first, so we can boom. You know what I mean? Yahweh is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Yahweh is the strength of my life. Whom shall I be afraid? We already been through this. Now let's jump down. When the wicked, even my enemies and my foes, come upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumble and fail. Now, who is the wicked? See, it's deeper than just the color of somebody's skin or the nation that they're from, right? It's deeper than that. It's about those people that go against the Most High. Those are the wicked. A lot of people, when you call out wickedness, they tend to believe like you're trying to be like a holier than thou type person, when that's not the deal. You know what I mean? What it really is you're actually just trying to show them, hey, look, or you're trying to discern your own self, what's right or wrong. And when you see wrong, you know, hey, look, that's wrong. Hey, this is wicked. This shouldn't be done. But the wicked, what do? They come to devour you. Now, how are they doing that? Even such things as like undermining statements, right? They do those things to trigger something in your mind. They want to trigger your emotions. Let's look into the word flesh. When the wicked, even my enemies and my foes, came upon me to eat up my flesh, right? Let's go to the word flesh. Hey, and shalom. Shalom, Hanaya. Shalom, Hanaya. How you doing, the Hawk? And peace to the Ark, Leon the servant. What's good with it, Ark? What's good? You know what I mean? I should have been here 30 minutes ago, but I ain't. That's a different story. But let's look at this word flesh. Basar. All right, basar, right? Meaning, of course, lean flesh, kin, fat flesh, mankind, myself. Okay. Now, okay, so I had something that was really funny that was going on with this, right? So when I first started looking into this word flesh, because I'm like, why do these idolaters, look at this scripture and they think this supposed to be talk about their idol or something, right? And so I started looking into the word, and then it says of the body of humans, of animals, the body itself, male organ of generation, euphemism, right? So I'm going on this whole little thing because I'm thinking these quotations are meaning like a literal sense of what's going on, right? So I was going into euphemism. And actually, to be honest with you, see, my computer a little slow, so I gotta be careful on how much I'm doing today because I don't want this to freeze up. But if I could look up the word euphemism, it'll tell us like basically people like doing belittling statements and things like that, right? So I thought that's what it was, but it wasn't. But once again, I did more searching and stuff like that. This was like maybe a month ago or something, before I just came on YouTube and just started saying stuff and be like, you see that, y'all? This right here, that is the male organ or the male organ of generation. That mean they really trying to go for our manhood. And even though they are, that's not what this means. This actually is the word. This thing is the word for like a part. But you know what I mean? That's just I wasn't, you know what I mean? That's just is what it is. But also it is what kindred, blood relations, flesh as frail or erring man against Yahweh, right? All these things. So as I started really looking into it, I started really realizing that really what it's talking about is yourself, himself, your the person, all right, or also kindred or the nation of as a whole, right? Because we know that these people that have first of all made psychological warfare their weapon and then push it to where some people use it that claim to be teachers in Yahshua, right? But for the most part, our enemies, they are the ones like with this deep thing of psychological warfare against our people. And when we look into the when we look into the spirit basically of the nation as a whole, you know what I'm saying? We can agree that, we are the people that have been, what I'm saying, ate up on in our flesh, right? So let's look into this word ate up, which is a call, right? Of course, everybody would already know, it means devour, right? But how far does devouring actually go, right? Burn up, right? Devouring is a not only just a human subject, we also know beasts do this, but if we look down of oppression, so now we get to the bottom of, now we're getting somewhere. When your enemies come against you and they're coming with all type of aggression, you know what I mean? Fear tactics. When I say fear tactics, though, I'm not talking about just, little bitty things that you might think about and like physical attacks, or you might think in Psalms 83 they're gonna do this. Nah, bro, we're talking about emotionally, right? They don't want you to feel like the Most High is dealing with you, right? Now we all know that the Most High, he makes people like basically he makes people stumble, right? When they mess with those that belong to him, correct? So before I go any further, right, I want to go to I want to go to Psalm 73 first. And after I go to Psalm 73, I want to do a little read, right, on this whole thing of psychological warfare and how these two words in Psalms 27 and 2, right? Oh damn, my bad. 27 and 2. These words eat up my flesh and stumble and fail. We're gonna see how, because that's what they want you to do psychologically, emotionally, all these things, with you trusting in the Most High and abiding by what he said, not by what they said that you have to abide by in order for you to make it, but just by what the Most High said, they'll stumble and fall, right? So let's go to Psalm 73 and 8. All right. Now, okay, let's start it. We'll just do this. It says, let's go to let's go to 1. I'm sorry, y'all. I just got to go to 1. All right. Truly, Yahweh is good to Yahshua, to those who are pure in heart. But as for me, my feet had almost stumbled. My steps had nearly slipped. Right? Wait. See, this is what they want you to do. You don't understand how much important it is. Once you drop this idol, you are now in the hands of, well, you always been in the hands of Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? He already told us before we even knew it. He girded us, right? But when you make this stance and you say this idol was fake, what do I have to do with this idol, right? You're now under responsibility. With that responsibility, if you don't put your trust in him as like he told you to, you're bound to stumble, right? You're bound to slip. And how are you going to slip? Because you're going to have to, sooner or later, you're going to have to go against those that are enemies of the Most High. And if mentally, that means spiritually, right? If you don't have the Most High as your center foundation, and you haven't been focusing on what his instructions has been telling you to do, bro. And when I mean it, I mean you basically being cautious on how your judgment for the day is. I like to look at it as well, like we are under a progress report. You know what I mean? And due to the and in that progress report, you are required to at a certain time. You're required to make a progress. You know what I mean? So, yo, hey, what's up? Hey, Shalom, Ezekiel. What's up, family? Glad to catch you live. I appreciate that. Peace, 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 peace. What's the word? Hey, we got some some OG hitters in this mug. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Some family ties in this mug. Khan, YAHAWAH'S. You know what I mean? Now, once again, bro, you'll be the one that wind up stumbling if your mind is not focused. And you'll think you see. Listen, let me tell you something. Once again, this is a mental warfare that's going on, and it's about, can I trick you? Can I make you believe what I said? The Most High said, right? But anyway, let's keep going. But as for me, my feet had almost stumbled. What? But why? My steps had nearly slipped. Why? For I was envious of the arrogant when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. Time and time again, a lot of brothers and sisters, we go astray because we're seeing what the enemy, you know, what people that go against the Most High, we see we see that their pride has not, it don't seem like they're being destroyed. It seems like they're being uplifted. It seems like they're unstoppable. It seems like they just keep getting more wicked, more wicked, more wicked, right? Now, the thing is, being agreeing to them, or wishing that you could teach like that, or you could get the people to believe in you like he or she can, that can make you waver, I should say, right? Like, for instance, you might not like a person that's a liar, right? And you're trying to tell these people he's a liar, right? You want to expose him so much that you're willing to up him on his lie. He can get, that's mind control, bro. He just made you slip. Now he can go back and say, hey, you remember all of this stuff he was preaching about? Look at him, right? But once again, this is a mind game. This is a mental or psychological warfare. This is what we're dealing with, bro. That sensationalism is the biggest part of mind control. Anyway, let's keep it going. For they had no pangs until death. Their bodies are fat and sleek. They are not in trouble as others are. You see that? They are not stricken like the rest of mankind. Therefore, pride is their necklace. Violence covers them as a garment. Now, I'm not going to cap with you. Let's just be honest. When you see people that are wicked, when you see them thrive, that it does bother you, right? Listen, this is how these things work, bro. When you start seeing wicked people start thriving more, I promise you, their destruction is coming soon. And it doesn't mean death. It means, look, this is what this means. You are the reason why, we are the reason why wickedness thrives. Remember, the wild told us that the earth is that the world has been out of course, and basically because of what we've done, what our ancestors done, right? We allow these things to happen in our own life. You know what I'm saying? We allow when we give these people ammunition with the hey, how you doing? Good to be here. Peace, shalom. What we got on the menu today? 100. All of this, and hey, sometimes this person might say something they got sense, but they might go off the wall. When you sitting there and you encouraging that over and over, and you allowing them to get into your mind because you don't want to hurt their feelings or make them mad because you're leaving them. Hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it's there. You can see it clear as day. Verse 6 say violence covers him as a garment. That wickedness is gonna be on him. Ain't nobody hating on people. When we go into these idolaters and we tell them, hey, look, hey man, listen, hey, it's Yahweh and Yahweh alone. We're not hating on them. When we go into these false teachers and we tell them, hey, look, hey, yo, doctrine, bro, it's trash. This is not it. This is not it. We're not hating on them. We don't want answer back. Only answer we want back is, hey, you know what? I studied, I went back and I looked, bro, and I think, and you know what, you was right. That's all. Ain't no need to look at it as a personal thing. And that's one thing we got to understand. It's not personal. Once you understand it's not a personal thing, that psychological warfare of what's that word? Sensationalism. That stuff don't work with you. You know what I mean? You're not in your feelings about, you know what I'm saying, somebody attacking you in your spirit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't worried about that, bro. Because you know how to apply the scriptures at right time in right situations. You know what I mean? Are you gonna think about a scripture? What are you gonna think about something that's going, well, I'm going through, well, here come Esau and them, they done pull me over. What scripture you gonna pull up that's gonna help you in that? You show me a spell or something that you gonna go to in the book of Psalm or whatever. Show me. No, you're not gonna be able to. Only thing you're gonna be able to go to the supplications of helping you in the time of your trouble, like Psalms 27, for instance. So anyway, verse 7 say, their eyes swell out through fatness, their hearts overflow with follies. They scoff. Verse 8 is where I wanted to go. They scoff and speak with malice. Loftily They threaten oppression. Remember when we went up here to this word, to eat up, right? Which is a call that's whatever, but once again, out here to devour of oppression, right? So when your enemies come to eat up your flesh, it's not a literal sense. They come to oppress you. They're trying to oppress you. Why? Because oppressors, what they do, they scoff and speak with malice, and they do it proudly. They threaten you with oppression. They try to install fear, emotions of fear, all type of stumbling blocks, right? Very aggressive. Look, okay, listen to this. Smear campaigns, constant criticism, attempts to make you doubt yourself. All right, let me read this off real fast, okay? Have you ever had the feeling like your spirit was being attacked? Like someone was trying to chip away at your confidence, your hope, your very sense of self? Have you? Those are the times. That's not no, it ain't no, it's a spirit in a air and all of this. No, that is people that have come up with their own, in their own mind, they have forged warfare against you. And with that warfare, the best way I can explain this is they want to disembody your confidence. They want to tear away at who you actually are and make you, it's a word that my wife, when we first started talking, never heard this word before, right? We was talking and I said something, she said something, I was like, oh, woo, woo, woo. She was like, you projecting. And just her saying that made me mad, right? But that's what people do. Oppressors do. They project. When people come to you with psychological warfare, with sensationalism, with narcissism and manipulation, all they're trying to do is just chip away at your confidence. They want you to believe that they are over you. This when we look all through the scriptures, this is what this is about. This is the reason why even the psalmist that spoke this, he said, evildoers, they came to devour my flesh, bro. That's not just physical. You know what I mean? Anyway, so let's go to something real fast, okay? Listen to this, okay? Okay, the evildoers, as purveyors of psychological manipulation, identify the evildoers as those who employ tactics to fear, intimidation, deception, gaslighting, or propaganda to control and dominate others. Their goal is to devour, right? Devour, a call. Their goal is to devour your mental and emotional resilience. You know what makes you who you are. They don't like that you hold your head up high. You don't like that you can, that when any time comes, you're going to be ready for it because you already made Yahweh your stance. You already put your trust in him. You've already taken a look at Psalms 27:1, and you've made Yahweh your stronghold. You know, in Isaiah 66:13, it is he, right, in whom you shall fear. Why? Because it is him who is going to protect us. And all the nations is going to fear. All of us are going to fear him, not a man. Okay. All right. So let's take a look. Let's take a little more look into this. Verse 2, right? You know what that implies? Stumble and fail. And that means you triumph over them. It don't matter if they still try to act like, oh, yeah, I didn't hear, we don't hear you. I didn't hear you. I ain't gonna listen to you. You don't mean nothing. I'm right, you wrong. Hey, do y'all see, the smear campaign and things? No, it don't matter about that. What matters is, at the end of the day, the power of the power of inner conviction is something that we need to go back to verse 1 about. It's saying Yahweh is my light and my salvation, in whom shall I fear? Yahweh is my stronghold, the strength of my life, in whom shall I be afraid? Right? That just means basically you do not fold. You're better off with having a foundation of knowing that the one that created me is greater than that dude or that woman or that situation, the job, that the car, whatever it is. My power is way more greater than that. Listen, bro. I don't want to sound that. I don't say this to make it sound like I'm preaching or like I'm some type of like this, some Christian. No. Yahweh, our people need to start to realize how important it is to know that Yahweh is your strength and your power. He is the one to make you think. You don't get it? When Yahweh is not dealing with you, he cuts off your ability to reason. You know what I mean? He cuts off your ability to know what's right and wrong. So if you're one of them people that like to be around people that scoff and speak malice, then not only are you an enemy of Yahweh, but you will stumble and fall, bro. Look, first of all, it's about this. You got darkness and confusion on one side, and you got understanding and light on the other. Right? Why do you think this Israelite community, they love to debate? Because in this debate, one is right, one is wrong, according to whoever listening. One win, one loses. One doctrine is light, and one doctrine supposed to be darkness. And most of the time, they all wicked anyway, because they ain't got nothing to do with the Most High and him only, right? But they still, it's like, but what I understand about this community is, even with that right there, they don't even understand the reason why they do what they do is because they want to be the one that's light and understanding, and the other person I'm going against is dark and confused. When you walking in the Most High's light, for real, thus says him and not doing nothing extra outside of the book, right? And not according to your own understanding, but thus says Yahweh, and you going against people that are doing the opposite, once they reject it, you have now entered a battle of psychological warfare with this person, because now they are going to try their damnedest to prove to you that you are the one that is in darkness and confusion, and they are the one that knows the Most High, and Yahweh is their light, or the Lord, like they like to say. All right. Let me just move on, right? Let me move on real fast, because I don't want to stick in one spot. You know what I mean? All right. Let me go to let's jump down. Let's watch this verse 3. Though when hosts encamp should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war shall rise against me, in this will I be confident. We already know it is Yahweh and what we're gonna be confident in. But this verse 3, right? Though a host shall encamp around me. That's a bunch, right? Now, you Torah only people that take this seriously and want to know Yahweh and seek his face, no matter the odds, y'all know that we are a remnant. The people that want to, that truly desires, not to do things up on our own hands and by our own power, by conjuring up our own strength and saying it's from the Most High. But the true ones, we are very small in number. So everywhere we go, a host is camping around us. The moment that you tell these people that you follow the Most High and Him alone, the moment that you tell him that you tell them that you are not going to be tricked into committing any acts of defilement towards the Most High's word. You won't do anything that's immoral according to your own standards. When the moment you stand on your ground, those people automatically become, guess what? They engage in psychological warfare. They're gonna start with this facialism crap. Let's get something straight. If you are being isolated, bro, you're probably on. I'm not talking about if you making yourself isolated, but if people are isolating you, you're probably on the right path. If you're in this, especially you in this Israelite community, or let's divvy it down some to family. To every one person that might watch this, you are probably the only person in your family that follow the Most High and Him alone. When you enter the room, if they already know this, they already got something against you, because your mind is on another level than their mind. Yahweh is my light, right? Now, how can two walk together except they agree? So, two people arguing back and forth about one scripture, one saying read 2 chapters, one saying read 2 verses, both saying they follow Yahweh. Who got the light? Who got the darkness? They can't be both. You can't be around someone that refuses to follow the Most High and think they're going to follow the Most High just because you said they're going to do it. No, they have to desire it. See, people don't understand. Just like a person can be in darkness and come to, or let's say wickedness. A person can be in wickedness and come into righteousness. A person that's righteous can come into wickedness. And you're not gonna tell me righteous people hang with righteous people. They sharpen each other, and one of them, and they both fall off unless somebody was slipping something in there and that person didn't know it. That's why you do not put your trust in man. When you put your trust in man, you put your trust in what they think should be correct, right? Hey, look, see, that's why I, I try to make music. Not, I don't really care if y'all like the music. First of all, it's for Yahweh. But that's why in a lot of my music that I do, right, especially since I've been, what I'm saying, following the Most High Him alone, I try to put a message in there that can always be stuck to us. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, Don't Let Me Fall. The song is telling you, hey, look, I know that the heart can be deceitful, right? Now we supposed to be around each other with, if this Proverbs 27:17, if we are sharpening each other, iron sharpens iron. You're not gonna see me dwelling in darkness, starting to go in darkness and not say nothing to me. If you do, then you in darkness too. So trust and believe. If you are a true follower of the Most High, you're gonna have this heart of, I'm not gonna let these brothers fall. But so with that, just with that little much understanding right there, you already gonna be judged as a person, or this person always trying to tell me something wrong or that's this, because you just want them to see, hey, look, this is wrong. I don't want to let you fall. You know what I'm saying? But that has something to do with pride. Pride is the biggest downfall of anyone that is victim to being the the uh the the S starter, the starter of psychological warfare. It's always the person that has the most pride that's going to attack it first. It's never is very minimum of time where there's going to be the person that's coming in righteousness, that's coming to try to, hey, let's I'm gonna let's make a smear campaign on you. You know what I mean? Now the person might try to do gaslighting and criticize you as if that's what you want, as if you trying to smear campaign them. But no, honestly, all they trying to do is make you doubt yourself, as if you should. That's why a lot of people fall victim to, I'm just not saying nothing to these people, because they fell victim to, that's what they want you to do. They want you to shut up. They want you to back off. They gonna bring everything they got to shut you up. Wicked people do not stop, bruh. These people, bruh, that come to devour your flesh, these people that come to encamp around you, they work 24/7. Think about the constant barrage of negativity, deliberate spread of fear. It's like they whispering in you to make you doubt yourself. Look, this says, though an enemy should encamp against me, my heart should not fear. Though war should rise against me, in this will I be confident. Let's go to Jeremiah 46. We're gonna start at I think 16. All right. Okay. Let's start at 15. It says, why are your mighty ones face down? They do not stand, because Yahweh thrust them down. Who is it? You talking about the mighty ones? Who? Huh? Your mighty ones. The mighty men. The mighty. Why are we, right? Why are we the mighty men? Why did Yahweh take the mighty men away from us? Why do they not stand? Why are the mighty ones face down? They do not stand, because Yahweh thrust them down. He made many stumble and they failed. You listening? He made many stumble and they failed. And they said one to another, arise, let us go back to our own people and to the land of our birth, because the sword of the oppressor, right? Call the name. So wait a minute, because I want to touch on this first before we go on and we get into Yahweh and this safetyness that he brings, right? But he made many stumble and fail, and they failed. Who he talking to? Who he talking to? Look at our people, first of all. Look at us. The men in the nation of Yasharal that are picking up this Torah, they have 100% hands down been showing that the men of wisdom, their wisdom is not of the Most High. They have shown that we were the enemies that Yahweh made stumble and fall. Look at the teachings. I understand. See, listen, I understand I got a lot of work to do. But one thing I want to tell y'all, and I'm gonna stick my word to, as long as I'm on this channel, 2-3 years from now, I expect to be growing. I want to grow. I want the people to see me grow. I want people to be encouraged by me growing. I'm not saying this like I want somebody to be like me. I want all of us to come together as one, serving the Most High under his word. I want to see us rise and walk and not faint. I'm tired of seeing brothers fall and stumble to doctrine because their mind has not been solidly fixated on the Most High. It's been on following a man. Hey, he made many stumble when they failed, and they said to one another, arise, let us go back to our own people and to the land of our birth, because of the sword of the oppressor. I know this. I just want to know, when are we going to have that mind frame? This ain't got nothing to do with, I'm just ranting right now. When are we going to have that mind frame? When coming back to your own people don't mean, oh, I only mess with my people. It means that covenant that we were supposed to have between brothers. And part of that means not trying to manipulate people and subjugate people to believe in what you say, or the Most High is not dealing with them. Your goal as a parent is not to make your child feel like they got to choose between following the Most High and following you. I mean, and loving you. If you are a person that is you're over people at work, you don't play mind games with them, making them feel as if they're not doing as much as they can, as the best as they can, when you know they're the best worker there. That's wicked. You give them their honor due. You don't play mind games with them and make them feel as if they're nothing. You don't treat your woman as if she's supposed to. You don't treat your woman like she's supposed to take everything that you said and do it just like that, or you not a Proverbs 31 woman. Do it everything you can. You ain't got no room to mess up. You don't do those things. That, my friend, is called psychological warfare. That's called sensational. That is called divination, sorcery, witchcraft, magic. Arise, let us go back to our own people and to the land of our birth because of the sword of the oppressor. Call the name of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, noisy one who lets the hour go by. The noisy one. A lot of you people, a lot of you so-called teachers that's out here with this witchcraft and warlock magic, you know what I mean? Y'all creating this big scene, yelling and screaming. You know what I'm saying? Acting like you sound like you got damn 1,000 people behind you. It's only you. You just wasting time, not letting nothing, no edification come in through the people. You just speaking your feelings, huh? Just yelling and screaming. Telling people if they don't believe you, then they're done for. That's divination. That's sorcery. That's psychological warfare. Yahweh gives, if Yahweh give you the go and say, here, I'm gonna make you a shepherd. You don't take that shepherd, you don't take that staff and you just go around swinging at the sheep, making them come here, follow me. You swinging at the sheep. They running around. You telling them you gonna die if you don't come to me. Why you treating them like that? You know you gotta treat them delicately. You know you gotta give them pure doctrine. You know you gotta give them pure. You don't give them gorism. But as I live, declares the King, whose name is Yahweh of hosts, like Tabor among the mountains, and like Carmel by the sea shall one come. Prepare yourselves, baggage for exile, O inhabitants of Egypt. For Memphis has Salat. For Memphis shall become a waste, a ruin without inhabitant. A beautiful heifer is Egypt, but a biting fly from the north has come upon us. Even her hired soldiers in her midst are like fattened cows. Yes, they have turned and fled together. They did not stand. They what did not stand. This just key words right here to show you when you are an enemy of the Most High, you go against His people. You're only making yourself stumble and fall. Those that truly follow the Most High, they're not going to allow you to try that sorcery on them. They're not gonna be subjugated to feeling like they aren't anything because you said they're not. Even when the attack is aimed at your deepest vulnerabilities, there is a force that causes the aggressor to falter. You ever seen somebody coming at you strong every day of the week? You come to work It's the same aggressive. They yo, what's you know what I'm saying? It seems like they badgering you, they patronizing you, agitating you. But as you start to make the Most High more of your priority when you wake up, and your mind is more clicked in on His peace and His love, and how He holds you, and how even in the times of your calamity, when you start to feel flustered and agitated and under anxiety, you know that in your mind holds the key, and it was the Torah that you woke up on. Boom. Then you come in, they got the same attitude, but it was something about you. You done messed up their whole day. They did not stand. Therefore, that's how you know they became an enemy of Yahweh. So anyway, verse 21 at the bottom. For the day of their calamity has come upon them, the time of their punishment. She makes a sound like a serpent gliding away, for her enemies march in force, and some against her with axes like those who fell trees. They shall cut down her forest, declares Yahweh, though it is impenetrable, because they are more numerous than locusts. They are without number. The daughter of Egypt shall be put to shame. She shall be delivered into the hand of a people from the north. Yahweh of hosts, the power of Yasharal, said, behold, I am bringing punishment upon Ammon, the thieves, and Pharaoh, and Egypt, and the gods, and their kings, upon Pharaoh and those who trust in him. Verse 26. I will deliver them into the hand of those who seek their life, into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and his officers. Afterward, Egypt shall be inhabited, as in the days of old, declares Yahweh. Here is where we want to go. I'm going to verse 27 and 28. This is where, and I like, look, I'm sorry, I don't really care if people don't like that I be reading a lot in the context. I just do this so, I want people to see, like, ain't no, I'm not trying to segregate the scriptures into, what I'm saying, make anything fit to where I'm trying to go. I'm just reading them to show y'all, well, this is just how I step, you know what I mean? But anyway, but fear not, O Jacob, my servant, nor be dismayed, O Yasharal, for behold, I will save you from far away, and your offspring from the land of their captivity. Jacob shall return and have quiet and ease, and none shall make them afraid. Why? Because in Yahweh, that is who you've been afraid of. Afraid of. You have feared in him. He told you don't be afraid. So if you afraid, you going against him. All right. The Most High commands you not to be afraid. You know what? Afraid, it don't mean that you shaking in your boots and you know what I'm saying, and you running away. That's not just the definition of fear, of being afraid. That could mean you honor that person. You honor someone to the point where you'll follow them all the way to a burning bridge. You don't got to be afraid that they gonna do something to you. You know what I mean? But you're not supposed to be afraid. He told us, do not be afraid. And what we got to understand is when Yahweh says he's going to save us, that means he's going to give you peace, bro. I don't know how true it is, but I would fathom that anxiety is one thing that the Israelite community go through, but especially the black man, right? Anxiety. But in the midst of it, learning more and more of trusting in the Most High, you understand that even anxiety is a psychological warfare. You know what I mean? And sometimes it could be self-sabotage. You know what I mean? Not want to step out there and do something. You know what I mean? It could be self-sabotage. It can make you afraid. Thinking too much about something. You know what I mean? You thinking too much about the current events that's going on. You know what I mean? When we look at the heathens and stuff, they be so stressed out because their doctrine is politics. They're looking at what's going on here, what's going on there. They're so stressed out that you can't wear a certain color around it. It trigger them. You know what I mean? Anxiety. They've been victim to sensationalism. It's the same thing when we click on these YouTube streets. You know what I mean? And we see these people doing this, they're doing that, saying this, saying that constantly. You're looking for answers. You're trying to find the Most High. Nobody's telling you don't trust a man. They're telling you the idol faith, but they ain't telling you don't trust a man. You trying to find the right answers. They telling you don't go here for them. Now you got this anxiety in you. You hear the truth. Now you're starting to hear the truth. You're rejecting the truth. Psychological warfare. Know what I mean? All right. But anyway, but he says none should make you afraid, bro. For fear not, 28. O Jacob, my servant, declares Yahweh, for I am with you. I will make a full end of all the nations to which I have driven you. But of you, I will not make a full end. I will discipline you in just measure, but I will by no means leave you unpunished. Right? By no means. But Yahweh said that he was going to discipline us. And we got to understand it's a difference. When the Most High disciplined you, it's only because of things that you did wrong. See, let's get something totally clear, right? And anybody that, you know, you might be you've been in this longer than me, or you think you study longer than me, or whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about, can't do whatever, right? I might be wrong. But bro, when you, first of all, you cannot even repent to the Most High without knowing that you're Yasharal, right? So everything that you've done prior to you knowing who you are and what was an abomination, what was idolatry, that stuff has been forgiven, right? So when the Most High clears your mind of all of that guilt and all of that abomination, all of those memories of you doing this, doing that, did this, whatever, you know what I'm saying? After you done came into the fold of the Most High and Him alone, and you vowed to Yahweh, I will serve you, I will follow what you say, bruh. After you do that, bruh, anything after you doing, bruh, you got to deal with that. So if you running around here, you getting warned left and right to stop doing stuff, and you still keep doing it, and things keep happening to you, it's your just due. It's your just measure. Yahweh ain't, that don't mean Yahweh just don't like you no more, or Yahweh just done with you. But if you follow him and you keep messing up, you're going to get dealt with. He not going to leave you unpunished, bro. People better realize, even when you get into, let me calm down. People better realize, even when you get into the wilderness, if say Yahweh bring us into the wilderness, a lot of you people think y'all are slick and y'all think, okay, yeah, I done made it. Nobody knew that I was doing this and this. I'm on my way to the land. People don't understand. You're going to get judged. A lot of people not making it. You might make it to the wilderness. A lot of people not making it to the land. You're not going, bro, I'm going to keep saying, you're not going into the land of peace where Yahweh's name dwelled, in any wickedness, he's going to purge it out of us. I don't care what we got, what vices we got inside of us right now. When Yahweh starts to purge us, either you're going to come out reprobate silver or fine gold. Either you're going to drop that BS or you're going to keep carrying it. That's it. Now, the thing is, we don't know when his mercy has ended for us. Why would you die, O house of Yahshua? Do not just stop doing stuff. Sometimes we can literally stop being the enemy of Yahweh by just don't do certain stuff, bro. You know what I mean? Yahweh say he's gonna, but this is the thing, he's gonna protect us. Sometimes dropping a lot of our thing, our wickedness, bro, make us feel like we're gonna be vulnerable. That's why people can't stop lying. That's why people can't stop arguing with you and making arguments with you and projecting stuff on you. That's why people, you know what I'm saying? They just can't stop doing it. But that don't mean you gotta stay around that, bro. You see that stuff, you gotta get away from it. Cause you still getting disciplined about it. It's really a fine line in a way when it comes to following the Most High. You gotta be stiff-necked about this stuff, bro. You cannot let people get into your mind. Yahweh is the one that encamps around you. He's the one that guides you. He's the one that he encamps. Matter of fact, Zechariah 9:8. Zechariah 9:8. You start at 4. Down her power on the sea, and she shall be devoured by fire. Ashkelon shall see it and be afraid, because Gaza too, and shall write in anguish. Akron also, because his hopes are confounded. The king shall perish from Gaza. Ashkelon shall be uninhabited. A mixed people shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of Philistia. I will take away its blood from its mouth and its abominations from between its teeth, and it too shall be a remnant for our Elohim. It shall be like a clan in Judah, and Ekron shall be like the Jebusites. Now, now we got to understand all of that stuff that we just read, right? These things are the enemies of the Most High. All of these people, all of these nations that have built themselves up to the greatest. They done made themselves the biggest borders. You know what I mean? They're the enemies of Yahweh. We see everything that he said he's going to do to them. But let's check out verse 8. Right? It says, then I will encamp at my house as a guard, so that none shall march to and fro. Now, let's go back here real fast. Though, to Psalms 27:3. Though an host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Why? Why? Because Yahweh will encamp at his house in Zechariah 9:8. Now we gotta realize, we gotta look at this as like it's a fortress. Like, imagine like a wall within a wall. That is how Yahweh, that is how he is protection to us. See, no matter, I don't care if you thinking about violence, if you thinking about emotional warfare, psychological, it don't matter, right? You yourself already have a position to protect yourself from the people, understanding what is right and what is wrong, right? But and that's just human nature in itself. But man just decide to be weak and do the least, and that's the wicked, the dark stuff. You know what I mean? But when you have and when you already made it your own goal, your self goal to watch out for these things, and then you put the Most High into it as well, you're founded on the scriptures. You're going to you're going to his statutes and his law, and you're seeing what you should be doing, bro. You're not listening to me, listening to this, saying, "Whoa, man, well, why he ain't bring that out?" No, you're gonna be like, "Okay, well, this also, well, this is where he get this from." Okay, so now I know what to do. But once again, if you have that understanding with the Most High in it, bro, listen, that's how it is of him encamping at my house as a guard. Yahweh is going to be you're nobody is going to be able to move you, bro. Nobody going to be able to keep saying the same scripture over and over and over and making you think that it's something in there that it's not. Nobody's going to be able to keep finessing you at the job, having you stay over or cutting your hours, and they keep telling you, "No, I'll rock with you," or "No, I'll do whatever." You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be able to read through it because the Most High is gonna allow that stuff to be shown. You know what I mean? Basically, what I'm trying to say is, when you focus on the Most High and Him only being your protection, you got something. Actually, you have to ask Him for it. You know what I mean? You got to ask the Most High. Let's look at this. Actually, and be honest with you, I'm kind of trying to, yeah, I'm kind of rushing a little bit because I was like, I did like a whole 2 hours on one verse the last time. You know what I mean? And I ain't, whatever. But let's look at this verse 4. It says, "One thing have I desired," right? "From Yahweh is that I seek after." Oh, so like, let me read that over. "One thing that I have desired from Yahweh, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of Yahweh all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of Yahweh and inquire in his temple." See, let's look at the part, "one thing I've desired," right? That means asking, bruh. You're not okay. So hold on. Maybe we should have backed all of this up long time ago, right? Maybe a long, long time ago, maybe a couple years ago when we started this channel, right? If you don't ask the Most High for discernment, for wisdom, for guidance, He's not. That means you're not seeking His face, and you're not going to get it. You don't see, and that's the reason why a lot of people misquote the scriptures because they haven't went to the King of Yasharal about this. They haven't went to the power of Yasharal and asked him to give me the discernment to this. Not only give me because when he gives you the discernment, he gives you the ability to empower that, to put it to use. You can learn, or you can know the scriptures in and out. But once again, it's a mind thing, right? And what's in you gonna come out. You can say all the scriptures you want, but it's gonna come out of you what is really in you. Do you desire to seek after Yahweh? Or are you on some stuff like you don't desire it, you just trying to do, you just do it because you got to, because you an Israelite, and if you don't, some bad luck gonna happen to you. This not no genie party. I'm just saying. Let's go to, hold on, wait a minute. Let's go to First Samuel. What did it say? One thing have I desired. No, wait a minute. I knew something was off. It's like every time I start stuttering stuff, I look up, it's because I got the dang JPS. I mean, no, JPS a lot. KJV. I ain't saying a JPS pure either. Trust me. Anyway, one thing have I asked of Yahweh that I would seek after, that I would dwell in the house of Yahweh. One thing I've asked, ask, right? Ask. You don't, you're not, you just don't get to, well, I want it. I want discernment. I want, no, this ain't that. You ask Yahweh for it. You inquire him about it. I don't know when people gonna understand you're not nobody, bro. Ain't none of us nobody. You don't just to say, oh, I want this, and if Yahweh don't give it to me, then he ain't real. Or no, just like you people, y'all go against Yahweh all together. You feel like, well, if it ain't the way I said it, then what's the point of me doing it? I heard somebody say, well, what's the point of if ain't no heaven and hell, then what's the use of serving a God? It's like, bruh, if it ain't, then it just ain't, bruh. You ain't nobody. You ain't nobody to ask that. You have you made the heavens and the earth? Do you know the measurements of the earth? Do you know the measurements? Do you know the boundaries of the corners of the earth? Do you know the depths of the sea? Do you know the name of do you know the ancient name of the Leviathan, whatever it is? Do you know the distance of the of the particles of in your body? Do you know how small they are? You don't know none of this. So who are you to try to say, oh, if things don't happen the way that I want to, then what's the point of me serving? No, but you can ask him and he will give it to you. First Samuel, right? So we know this story about Hannah. Hannah, Matter of fact, let's read a little bit. I'm gonna try to cut it short a little bit. Well, we know this story about Hannah, you know what I'm saying? She wanted a child and all of this, you know what I'm saying? But I'm sorry, y'all. We gotta read. I'm like I said, if y'all want to leave, y'all can leave. You know what I'm saying? But somewhere down the line, teachers got to start encouraging the people to read the chapters. I'm sorry if you came up here and you thought I was going to break down this and break down that. I'm going to read you. We going to read. I'm going to encourage y'all to read, and I'm going to bring my point and my side of the story or my understanding of it, right? From the perspective that I'm coming, not twisting anything. Anyway, First Samuel chapter 1. Let me see something real fast. All right. Give me 10 seconds. I need to get some water, y'all. All right. My bad. I was needing some water. Damn. I ain't even get the water. It's too. I ain't feel like pouring. I went and got some milk. All right. First Samuel chapter 1. There was a certain man of Ramathaim, Zophim of the hill country of Ephraim, whose name was Elkanah, the son of Jeroham, son of Elihu, son of Tohu, son of Zuph, son of Ephrathite. He had two wives. The name of the one was Hannah, and the name of the other was Peninnah. And Peninnah had children, but Hannah had no children. Now, this man used to go up year by year from the city to worship and to sacrifice to YAHAWAH'S at Shiloh, where two sons of Eli, Hophni and Phinehas, were priests of Yahweh. On the day when Elkanah sacrificed, he would give portions to Peninnah his wife and to all her sons and daughters. But to Hannah he gave a double portion because he loved her, though Yahweh had closed her womb. And her rival used to provoke her grievously to irritate her because Yahweh had closed her womb. And see, this is why I want to read the whole thing kind of, because I got to stop, bro. Y'all see this, right? And her rival used to provoke her grievously to irritate her. Why? Was it because, not only was it because, now let's think about this. We know Elkanah, he loved her apparently more than the rest of them, right? Apparently they see that. But people will find your downfalls and your weaknesses, and they will isolate them. They will blow them up, or they'll make something out of it that's not there. And that is exactly what Hannah was going through. That's what you as a Torah keeper have to go through sometimes. Your rival sent to provoke you. Do you think it was because, what did they get out of it? They didn't get anything out of it. Actually, when Yahweh had blessed her, how you think they felt? But you know the reason why they was doing this, right? It seems to me that when people try to attack you, it's because they're afraid of something that's going to come out of you that's going to be way greater than them. So they got to try to put you down. They got to try to get inside of your mind. They got to try to bring, they gotta try to gaslight you. You know what I mean? They want to do anything possible to try to strain all that inner strength that you got in you. They want to make sure that it's not there. They want to make sure that you don't channel the Most High in it. They want to make sure that you doubt that you doubt him, that you curl up and what they say, your tail tuck. Right? They want to provoke you. They want to get inside your mind to make you crash out, bro. See, always remember this, bro. When you dealing with wicked people, they know they wicked. They need you to be wicked. They need you to mess up. They need you to forget just for a quick second who you are and go against outside what the Most High said. They need that so they can have something over you, even though you can come back to your senses. But if you ain't thinking, bro, they can win over you. That's why people say stuff like, you let somebody make you mad, they already win over you. They already, you know what I'm saying? What that's saying. But that's because when you allow people to get under your skin, they will, like, it's like a scratch. It's like an itch. You know what I'm saying? When somebody's when you got an itch and that mug itch and you scratching that mug and it just keep itching, it's like you start tearing your skin. You know what I'm saying? You devouring your flesh. You know what I mean? Because you can't get it out. You can't get it off you. That's what they want you to do. They want that whatever those words that they say, those feelings that they project on you and tell you how they feel. They want that stuff to eat at you so you can feel like you failed. Maybe you shouldn't have. Maybe you shouldn't have tried to come to them and correct them. Maybe you need to treat them with anger instead of with peace because it seems like they feel better. They act right when you act bitter. They like that. Nah, you might think that you winning, but they winning. They want you to feel bitter. So you're gonna act bitter. Just so they can be happy. Wake up, y'all. Wake up. Anyway, verse 7. So it went on year by year. As often as she went up to the house of Yahweh, she used to provoke her. Therefore, Hannah wept and would not eat. And Elkanah, her husband, said to her, Hannah, why do you weep and why do you not eat? And why is your heart sad? Am I not more than 10 sons to you? Am I not more to you than 10 sons? After they had eaten and drunk in Shiloh, Hannah rose. Now Eli the priest was sitting on the seat beside the doorpost of the temple of Yahweh. She was deeply distressed and prayed to Yahweh and wept bitterly. Hey, listen, ain't nothing wrong with weeping out to Yahweh. I don't know what kind of I don't know when men stopped crying and putting putting all their energy to the Most High and just falling flat on their face. I'm people, period. I don't know when we stopped doing that, but we need to get back to that, bro. When you deeply distressed, what's the point of you going backwards, crashing out, doing some stupid stuff when you could be deeply distressed and pray and just like literally throw it off? Like when you was a Christian, you gave it all to JC, right? You gave every bit of it to it. They told you to give it to JC and then you work it out, bruh. If he worked it out, then never mind. I'm not even finna DB. I'm not even finna go there. I don't got time for that. But you know what I'm saying? You gave it. We gave it. You used to give it all to JC. You know what I'm saying? They told you to give it to your counselors. Your parents sent you to the psychologist, told you to give it all to them. So when are we gonna start to give all of our problems, or give all our anxiety, give all our doubts, give the total understanding of, hey, look, I don't know, Yahweh, I need you, because there's so many people out here trying to pull me this way and pull me that way. I need you to help me understand these scriptures. Don't let me go astray. Don't let me fall into a pit of darkness and wake up and think I found the answers, and I got people trying to tell me, hey, wake up. Wake up. The Most High is not in this section over here. He over here, right here in the book. Not at this channel, not at that channel, not on this source or that source. You go to the law, the book of Yahweh, and you seek him. He's there. You distress. He got his elected ones. They went through distress. You can read them and see. They didn't need no magic. They didn't need no. They didn't even need to go and tell people and down and distract them. in order to make them follow the Most High. Just like Hannah, she was deeply distressed and prayed to Yahweh. And most of the prophets, they just bitterly wept. Right? Anyway, verse 11. It say, and she continued praying before Yahweh. Eli observed her mouth. Hannah was speaking in her heart, only her lips moved, and her heart was not heard. Therefore, Eli took her to be a drunken woman. Eli, hey, Eli, I ain't got nothing against you. May peace be upon you. Right? But that's how a lot of these people is when it come to you. When it come to you, right? When it come to you and you trying to live for the Most High, you trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? You doing your thing. People, what he on? You must. What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? They're gonna isolate you. They're gonna give you all type of aggression, or no, matter of fact, not even that. They're just gonna question you. See, matter of fact, yeah, let me back this up. That's another thing that y'all gotta watch out for. See, these people, these scoffers and these scoundrels and things like that, they are here, you know, to make you doubt yourself. They here to keep your focus on, like, are you doing it? And like, what if they look at me and they think I'm doing this? Even Hannah, she wasn't tripping about. She didn't care about somebody thinking what was wrong with her. Eli, look, she was so much in tune with the Most High and praying to Him, asking Him. You know what I'm saying? Making her supplication, that Eli thought she must have been drunk. Nah, I just got to get this off. I got to go to my father with this, bruh. I'm sick of these people. I'm sick. I'm sick of every time I go and try to talk to my baby mama about this situation. She know goodness well I'm trying to do my best. But every time I try to go and talk to her, well, y'all, you in a cult. Why? Because I'm trying to tell you it's Yahawah only, and we need to teach our children the same. Well, no, you change something up with you. It's always something with these people. You know what I mean? You don't let that stuff get to you. You focus more. Because have you ever noticed, anytime you desire to get to the Most High, all type of distractions come. Everybody got a distraction. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to distract you. It's at the phone ring, the kids, the dog want to come lay next to you now, the everything. You focus still. You don't break your focus. Most High done put something on your head, and soon as right at the brink of that epiphany, here come a dude from down the corner, down the street with that loud music and stuff. Now you got all type of questions and stuff to ask you, and in the midst of you asking it, you trying to focus. Hey, bro, is you all right? You look kind of mad. You look up. No, ain't nothing wrong with me, bro. I'm cool. Hey, man, can I talk? Hey, man, I'm focused. Can I chill? Sometimes as we just got to understand, bro, the Most High can only be found in peace. And when I say that, I mean peace. When I mean peace, your heart, your mind is always seeking the Most High. It's always crying out to the Most High. Bro, y'all better start giving yourself You better start not just reminding yourself, but giving yourself a routine that every time you look up in the sky or something, you think of Yahweh. You think of the words Yada Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Try you, because you never know in all of these distractions of this life, the life that we in, all the distractions around any moment, everything is a distraction, bro. You ask Yahweh, you ask him once again, you ask him to make your enemies stumble and fall. You ask him to make your crooked way straight. You ask him for safety. Just because he got a covenant with us don't mean that he's required to protect you. You ask him for protection. Anyway, verse 13. No, verse 12. And as she continued praying before Yahweh, Eli observed her about Hannah was speaking in her heart, only her lips moved, and her voice was not heard. Eli said to her, how long will you go on being drunk? Put your wine away from you. But Hannah answered, no, my Lord, I am a woman troubled in spirit. I have drunk neither wine nor drunk nor strong drink, but I have been pouring out my soul before Yahweh. That is asking. Okay, that is asking. When you pour out your soul, let's look up what if the word for pour. My spirit, I have drunk neither wine nor strong drink, but I have poured out sapak. Pour, to pour, right? Pour out, shed, cast, gush out, to spill. All right. So you spilling out, you giving it all. You just, it's a libation. You know, a libation is just pour, to pour, right? Not no blood libation either. So you Christians, get up out of here. We ain't talking, y'all. You know what I mean? But you pour out, you shed. It's like you just give it all up. You just, all of it. You know what I'm saying? You don't give it all to no man. You give all your problems to the Most High. You give all your weaknesses to the Most High. You don't let nobody tell you what your weaknesses is. You don't never let no man tell you weak. You don't let no man or woman tell you what the Most High is gonna do to you if they don't follow you, if they don't follow them, if you don't follow them. You know what I'm saying? Never. You pour out your soul to Yahweh. You pour out your mind. You give your mind to him. That means when you pour out to your soul to Yahweh, you shed, you literally shaking everything that's all of that, everything, whatever it is. And you lay it down there to him and you say, I cannot do nothing with this, bro. This is nothing. Everybody, if I gave it to anybody else, they would destroy me. They would put me up as a transgression and a mockery. But you can make me clean. You can help me with my attitude. You can help me with my stupidity of learning, my cognitive skills, You can help me with that. My desire to actually teach people your way. You know what I mean? But there I go talking and stuff again. 16, do not regard your servant as a worthless woman. Remember, I'm just talking about asking Yahweh at this point. making sure that you ask him for to be a refuge. That you anyway, do not regard your servant as a worthless woman. Verse 16. For all along I have been speaking out of my great anxiety and vexation. Then Eli answered, Go in peace, and Yahweh of Yasharal grant your petition that you have made to him. And she said, Let your servant find favor in your eyes. Then the woman went her way and ate, and her face was no longer sad. They rose early in the morning to worship Yahweh. Then they went back to the house at Ramah, and Elkanah knew Hannah, his wife, and Yahweh remembered her. In due time, Hannah conceived and bore a son, and she called him Samuel and said, I have asked for him from Yahweh. What did she do? She asked of him from Yahweh. Let's jump down to 27. For this child I prayed, and Yahweh has granted me my petition that I made to him. Therefore, I have lent him to Yahweh. As long as he lived, he is lent to Yahweh, and he worshiped Yahweh there. Now, Yahweh granted Hannah, right? And let me tell y'all something. The Most High is a God that proves that he is who he is, especially those who seek him and ask, right? Always remember this, okay? What he did back then, he can do for us today. Listen, bro, if you are struggling with having a child, if you struggling with whatever it is, listen, the Most High will hear you if you go to him with a clean heart and a petition. He will come through, bruh. I'm 100% sure somewhere in this world, a man or a woman went to Yahweh with all their heart, mind, and soul and asked for a child, and it was given to them. I'm 100% sure. Okay. But it took that person to go to Yahweh and pour out all of it to him. But you're not going to get nowhere without asking. Sometimes we think we got to do it. I got to go and do this. Ain't nobody going to do this for me. I got to do it. But before you do that, have you poured out your supplication and your petition towards the one who grants the decision to be done? You ain't got to answer me that. I was just, you know what I'm saying? Let's go to, so before we go to anything, once again, one thing I have asked of Yahweh, that will I seek. So whatever you, that one thing that you ask, that's what you seek after. Stop asking for a whole bunch of stuff at one time, bro. One thing I have asked of Yahweh, and that will I seek. And what was that? That the wise was that I may dwell in the house of Yahweh. Dwell in, like Yahweh coming into us. Anyway, but yeah, What you ask for, you seek after it. You don't ask for it and then just, well, I guess it's going. You ask Yahweh for it, and then you go towards it. That's why you got to go back to Proverbs 3. You got to, in all your ways, acknowledge him, and he'll direct your path. You see what I'm saying? You don't ask for something and then go ask for something else, and then you're like, well, I'm just gonna look around. You go and pursue it for sure. But you gotta ask. Remember, she asked Yahweh for a child, and then they had to go and do something. She didn't ask for a child, and then the spirit came, and she was still a virgin and all of that crazy stuff. And you know what I'm saying? She asked, and then they went and did the thing. So all of this, you know what I'm saying, with this, somebody came from a virgin, and then, you know what I'm saying, a spirit came while she was asleep, and they all had to run off because the dude wasn't a baby daddy, or he could have been. Come to find out he is, because the other story come from some other people, and I don't know. It wasn't that. And on top of that, she didn't ask for, man. Anyway, y'all, you people need to get out of that Queen of Heaven worship stuff. That's all I'm saying, bro. Psalm 66, bro. Remember, bro, one thing have I asked of Yahweh, that I will seek after him, right? That will I seek after. Let's go to Psalm 66. All right. Peter moving slow a little bit. Start at verse. Let's start at verse 14, 13. All right. Verse 19 and 20 gonna be my points though, okay? It says, I will come into your house with burnt offerings. I will perform my vows to you, that which my lips uttered and my mouth promised when I was in trouble. Now, listen, just because you saying Yahweh God don't mean nothing. But understand something. The Most High is not going to allow you to be defeated when times of trouble come. You don't have to worry about what's going to happen to you when the Most High tells you to react a certain way or to do a certain thing, because he's going to be the reason. You got to understand, the Most High puts you in situations only for you to come out of them victorious, bruh. Ask yourself a question. Did David ever lose a battle? Never. Why? It wasn't his own hand. It was because he put Yahweh as his refuge. He didn't go into some room and dark rooms and get sticks and stuff and light up candles and do mantras and then go out there and go beat all the Philistines. He ain't do none of that. He went to Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? That which my lips utter and my mouth promised when I was in trouble. Verse 15, I will offer to you burnt offerings of fattened animals with the smoke of the sacrifice of lamb. I will make an offering of bulls and goats. Selah. Come and hear all you who fear Yahweh, and I will tell what he has done for my soul. I cried to him with my mouth, and high praise was on my tongue. Man, if I had cherished iniquity in my heart, Yahweh would not have listened. Y'all hear this, right? So let me get something straight. So you mean to tell me, although I'm trying to, so wait a minute, you mean to tell me, um, I I'm trying to not do iniquity, right? I'm trying to seek the most high face. I fear him. I got a problem with people switching his word around, right? So I'm finna come and tell you what's up. Here's the scriptures, right? You mean to tell me when I went down before I did the video and I prayed to help me, please Yahweh help me, 4 o'clock, whatever. You mean to tell me he didn't hear me, but he hear those that spew rhetoric of fear mongering, you know what I'm saying, spreading all type of stumbling blocks of truth. See, I already told y'all that psychological warfare, it thrive in darkness and confusion, bro. Remember, it told them that they stumble and fail. But once again, it say if I had cherished iniquity in my heart, Yahweh would not have listened, bro. So you got to understand something. You need to double back and check yourself, check your mind, check your heart, check your understanding. Yeah, check your heart for iniquity, for any type of malice. Before you go coming asking the Most High for something, the Most High not gonna listen to nobody. He cussing everybody out, everybody that go against his philosophy. I'm gonna go and pray that the Most High do something to you. He's not hearing you. He's not. See, but truly, verse 19, Yahweh has listened. He has attended to the voice of my prayer. Ask. Ask. Listen. Listen, let me tell you something, bro. There's no problem with asking the Most High to destroy your enemies. But you need to make sure they are enemies of Yahweh. You don't just ask, you don't just go down, I'm gonna go get the book of Psalms and I'm gonna go read where he talk about destroy my enemy. So just because he pissed you off and you don't like what he told you is incorrect. You can't, he's not gonna do you, it was a waste of time. But when you ask if you ask Yahweh to make your enemy stumble and what fall, back to what, verse 2, it's gonna be them who stumble and fall. When you ask Yahweh to make them stumble and fall, right? They, on the other hand, they become confused. Hey, look, man, I'm not Yahweh, bro. I don't know what he does when he says he destroys the wicked. He's the king of terrors. No man knows what the Most High will is. You know what I'm saying? What he means when he say he gonna destroy you, judgment. We just know it ain't good, bro. So there's no need. Why? It's like don't even try it, bro. Just don't do it. It ain't no point of testing him, bro. That's the word. Don't test him. He won't hear you. And that's the reason why, you know what I'm saying? We see a lot of people in the Torah community now. Second Chronicles 7:14 to death. We constantly say that, but we don't understand that what he said at the very end. He said, "Then will I hear from heaven." When did he hear from heaven? When you humble yourself, pray, seek his face, turn from your wicked ways. It's something that we not doing, or we must not be crying out. Either we ain't crying out enough, or either we ain't crying out, or hey, somebody ain't, the teachers ain't turning from their wicked ways. The people ain't. I don't know what's going on, but I do be hearing a lot of people talk about we want to go home and this and this. I don't know how. We're not doing what the Most High told us to do. Anyway, verse verse 20. Blessed be Yahweh, because he has not rejected my prayer or removed his steadfast love from me. He won't reject your prayer if you confide in him. You don't confide in no man. You don't confide in somebody telling you how to get to him, I'm so sick of going to on YouTube and I see these people with these prophetic thumbnails. You know what I'm saying? Come get your prophetic calling and prayer line and all of this stuff, bruh. And I'm like, y'all gonna do all of that until y'all head pop off, but Yahweh gonna reject all of that. Why? Because y'all still think some man did something for y'all. And you put the Most High as a man or something. Same thing with our people in the Torah community. It's the same thing. You're not asking the Most High for discernment. You asking the man for discernment. Leaning on them, whatever you want to call it. You leaning on a man for understanding. You're not going to the scriptures. You going to the scriptures he told you to go to. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't gonna pull it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, listen. And this is and I'm saying this on defense of people that follow Yahweh, bro. I don't care what doctrine. I don't care, bro. I don't care if you say Yahweh is a one West name, blah 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 blah. People that follow Yahweh and Yahweh only, you will know them by the doctrine. The Most High not dealing with folly and foolishness. Okay, you're not gonna hear nobody on the real channel that follows Yah talking stuff, saying this. They're trying to incite riots, trying to tell people to go grab guns, trying to tell people to go do this to these people and all this. You are supposed to be into Jeremiah 29:7. Let me get that real fast. I think that's Jeremiah. Okay, hold on. Wait, slow down. Jeremiah 29. I think, where is it? 27. It's either 27:9 or 29:7. 29. Be doing okay. Verse 4. Thus says Yahweh of hosts, the power of Yahshua, to all the exiles whom I sent into exile from Jerusalem to Babylon. Build houses, and live in them. Plant gardens, eat their produce. Take wives and sons and daughters. Take wives for your sons. Give your daughters in marriage that they may bear sons and daughters. Multiply there, do not decrease, and seek the peace or the welfare of the city. Not the welfare office either, but seek peace of the city. Not going around trying to tell people, yeah, we're gonna do this. We go. No, you seek peace. You mind your business. They ain't got nothing to do with us. That's that's your problem in Israel. You can't stay in your lane. You don't never want to deal with just the book of Yahweh. You got to go all everywhere. You got to go mind these other people business books. You got to go over here. You got to go to. I want to go over here to a country where all Hamites, and then you ain't never seen again. Stay in your lane. Mind your business. My bad. I was finna go off. I done went somewhere else. All I'm saying is, it say to seek the peace of the city. That don't mean you cower up to the enemy and all of that. Don't try to mix and construe my words, because I know how you people are. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, because he has not rejected my prayer, blessed be Yahweh, Barak Yahweh, because he has not rejected my prayer or removed his steadfast love from me. His steadfast love, what is that? When his steadfast love is one way you can find out having a steadfast love is your mind, the clarity of your mind. Let me tell you something. When Yahweh does not want you somewhere, he will not allow you to have peace. He will not allow you to feel love in that environment, in that place. Let that be a little gem for you. Okay. I remember one time I used to be on a YouTube channel panel, right? And it was all love. And I would be up there, and then I was, other things wound up going on. I was moving and stuff. Wasn't able to come up as much, and as when I wound up coming up again, finally on the panel, you could feel something, you know what I mean? Like some awkward. That just let me know, like, hey, look, maybe I don't need to be over here. Ain't no hard feelings, but maybe just they feel something and I don't want to, you know what I mean? Maybe it was Yahweh saying, okay, that's enough. But that peace, if it's not there, you need to get away from it. At least back off for a little bit. Because he gives those, he gonna give you'll know steadfast love from the Most High, bro, and you'll know if it's removed, bro. You'll know it, bro. Well, first of all, hold on, let me say this. In order for you to know that, you got to know how it feels to have that taken from you or to gain that. You know what I mean? Sometimes you people then had your prayers answered from Yahweh, and you ain't even get to feel the essence of him answering your prayer because you was over here still looking for something else, and boom, here goes. Oh yeah, that came in. That's cool. And you ain't even. It didn't even register to you. Yahweh made it happen. You know what I mean? Never mind, bro. Never mind. Let me go to Psalm 6, bro. I really be wasting my time, bro. Sometimes is doing this. That's why I ain't. Deaf ears. That's what it be going on. You know what I mean? Psalm 6. We're gonna read 1 through 10. I only got and what I'm focused on, I got like one more scripture, I think. And then matter of fact, let me do this now. I'm gonna put the link in the chat just in case if anybody wanted to come in afterwards. Oh, Shalom. Hey, just in case anybody wanted to come here fast. I really don't do this usually, but been doing something different last couple days just in case if somebody decided they wanted to prove me wrong or something or whatever. You know what I mean? All right, Psalm 6. Let's start at 1. To the choir master with string instrument. Okay, like this for instance, right? Okay, so this something this is something I gotta ask the Most High to forgive me for, right? Uh, I've been had this though, but I got the words chief musician tatted on me, right? And I didn't know. I mean, I just always thought it was a word, but doing my research, I found out that that's like some Levitical stuff. You know what I mean? So that I got so little stuff like that. You know what I mean? Is dire to just okay. Damn, I could repent for that, bro. I didn't know. You know what I mean? It was when I wasn't even in the Torah. Like you know what I'm saying? I got His will. His will is on me too. You know what I'm saying? This was I just always loved Yahweh. I just didn't know who he was. You feel me? I always believed in him. But like little stuff like that, you know, well basically going to Yahweh and asking him forgiveness for little stuff like that, that can help you mentally, not even knowing it. Cause now I can be more clear in my mind and know like, oh damn, I must have been dealing with some type of spirit of pride or something when I was out there in the streets for me to put the words chief musician on me, like I'm some type of Levite or something. Damn, Yahweh forgive me. Not damn, but you know what I'm saying? This is the mind frame I'm in. Forgive me because now maybe I understand why you put a big block of writer's block on me for a long time or whatever. Oh man, come on, man. You think you're too deep. Man, listen, bro. You not in my life, so you don't know where my thoughts go. You know what I'm saying? Only Yahweh knows. But anyway, blah, 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 running my mouth with string, to the choir master with string instruments. According to the Shemini, the Psalm of David, oh Yahweh, rebuke me not in your anger, nor discipline me in your wrath. Be gracious to me, O Yahweh, for I am languishing. Heal me, O Yahweh, for my bones are troubled. Like, remember, we was even talking about Hannah. You know what I'm saying? This sound like the why, but pouring it out. You know what I'm saying? According to the or whoever the psalmist. You know what I'm saying? David's pouring it out. Pouring. That don't sound like no pride at all, bro. You know what I'm saying? Think about this and ask yourself when the last time you actually went and I know this kind of went left to a whole nother direction. You know what I'm saying? But like I said before yesterday, other people get to just come on YouTube and run their mouth and don't bring no edification. At least if I'm gonna be rambling over the place, hopefully somebody can get something out of this. Right? But languishing, like you pouring it out. Like ask yourself, bro, when is the last time that when you woke up in the morning or whatever, or when was the last time that you literally poured it all out to Yahweh? You know, it's a lot of people, a lot of you people, you're a liar if you say, yeah, you know, I just did that last week. You know, I know a lot of you people don't do it because you have to put yourself in that mode. You have to make yourself, you have to, it's like self-conviction, but not beating yourself to a pulp. You know what I mean? You got to put yourself in a mode to where it's you and the Most High, and all the things that are going on that you can't handle as a man, whether it's bills, job, backstabbing friends, okay, uh, family members acting weird, whatever it is, you know, don't, I don't, man, y'all get what I'm saying. Y'all get what I'm saying, man. That those things you give all that you like, you literally go and you ain't just betting and you tell man, y'all, this happened, but you taking that and you channeling and you channel that to the Most High, bro, and you giving them that. I can't handle this. I don't want it no more. Even this job that I'm in or whatever, I don't want this mug, but I have to have it right. I have to do it right now, Yahweh. But I need you to take this and make this cricket way straight, bro. Please. You know I'm at my boiling point, but I'm not gonna do anything crazy because I know through thousands and thousands and thousands of years of studying us, these people have made it to where that is the only option that we see do is just crash out. No, I'm gonna give it to you, you know. I'm this stuff getting to me, you know what I mean? But I need you to be my refuge. I'm gonna give this to you. I need you to strengthen me. This dude done made all these people think I'm the one being the transgressor. I need you, Yahweh, to help me because I'm starting to feel like maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Whatever it is, you know what I mean? You get that stuff to Yahweh, you'll just almost, oh, man, that nigga, this and this and this, and then you sitting there in your pride, but you low key finna fall, bro. Hey, whatever. But um verse 2, be gracious to me, O Yahweh, for I am languishing here. Heal me, O Yahweh, for my bones are troubled. My soul also is greatly troubled. But you, O Yahweh, how long? How long? Turn, O Yahweh, deliver my life. Save me for the sake of your steadfast love. Remember, this is all a request. A request, right? This is asking. The same thing was what? One thing have I asked Yahweh. These are things we can ask Yahweh, bro. You know what I'm saying? We can ask him, turn, Yahweh, deliver my life and save me for the sake of your steadfast love. Deliver me. This dude just, okay, I confided in him all these years. Yahweh, I turned against you, but I confided in this person. And now they have used that against me. They're trying to. Yahweh, I done been the best person I could to this job. And they still treat me like this. Okay. They've been praying against me, time for me to pray against them. Deliver me out of this, Yahweh. Lead me in the place that I should go so I could be there. I'll be where I'm only human. Sometimes I may be scared. You know what I mean? But you asking him to lead you, bro. It say verse 5, for in death there is no remembrance of you, in Sheol who will give you praise. For in death there is no remembrance of you. In Sheol who gives you praise. Turn, O Yahweh, deliver my life. Save me for the sake of your steadfast love. For in death there is no remembrance of you.
But of course, y'all ain't gonna listen to it. Maybe he should read it again.
For in death there is no remembrance of you. In Sheol who will give you praise? I am weary with my moaning. Every night I flood my bed with tears. I drench my couch with my weeping. My eyes, see, no, wait a minute. These are all the things that happen when you dealing with these people forging psychological warfare on you. Y'all don't get it? These are the things that they already want. These are the things that in their head they desire for you to be doing in the first place. They desire for you not to be going anywhere and staying right there in the same spot, not learning nothing like they are. They desire and they want you to be as they are, or even worse. You know what I mean? They expect this, but no, Yahweh not going to do that, because you're not going to ask Yahweh to do it for your sake. You're going to ask him to do it for his steadfast love's sake. So everybody, you know, it is him and him alone that has delivered you from your situation. Anyway, it says, I am weary with my moaning. Every night I flood my bed with tears. I drench my couch with my weeping. My eyes waste away because of grief. It grows weak because of all my foes. Depart from me, all you workers of iniquity, for Yahweh has heard the sound of my weeping. Yahweh has heard my plea and Yahweh accepts my prayer. He's not listening to you. He doesn't deal with you. You don't know him. He doesn't know you. Where is your God? He's not going to answer your prayers. Yahweh has heard my plea. Yahweh accepts my prayer. Why? Because you have made him your strength and your refuge. And one thing that you have asked of Yahweh is that you will seek after. And one thing that you will seek after is that you may dwell in the house of Yahweh all the days of your life. Dwell in the house of Yahweh all the days of your life. So focusing on this verse 9, first of all, verse 10 says, all my enemies shall be ashamed and greatly troubled. They shall turn back and be put to shame in a moment. You ever had people trying to go back and forth with you, trying to talk crazy and da-da-da, they gonna do this, do that, do this, and then something happened, then I know where ain't nothing from it. It's just they just stop. You know what I'm saying? Remember, I wish I would have thought about this earlier. So it was a story. Somebody help me out if y'all remember it. If not, it don't matter. There's a story where it was a army going against one of the armies of the nation of Yahshua, and then it was a host of angels, and only the one side of the people seen it or something, and the other didn't. Y'all get the gist of the story? You know what I'm saying? They was basically they was turned back. You know what I mean? And that's what happened to our enemies. They think they got you in the box. They think they done yelled and they done screamed enough and they done projected so much of a demising image of you that they think, okay, it's settled now. And then they see you still come back and rise up out that dirt, shake it off. Guess what? Now they're gonna be back in the cut doing something totally different, acting like they ain't never throw a stone, trying to hope that they hoping that, you know, all that stuff that they was saying don't get shown that it's them. You know what I mean? They called you an evil person, but you did no wickedness. You pray to Yahweh, ask Yahweh to fix that. First of all, don't let that stuff get into your mind, and then you ask Yahweh to guide you in the way that you should go. And as you do that, you're gonna see that person just like, damn, he's still around. You know what I mean? We got one. What is it? One. Okay, yeah, we almost done, y'all. Now one more scripture and we up out of here. Was it Jonah? Yeah. You can go to Jonah chapter 2. My point is at 7, and we're gonna wrap it up after a while. Then Jonah prayed to Yahweh, his Elohim, from the belly of the fish, saying, I called out to Yahweh out of my distress. And now remember, now we know about Jonah, you know what I'm saying? He had an opportunity. Well, Yahweh told him to go and warn the people of Nineveh. He didn't want to do it. He went against the Most High. Yeah, the Most High, he did not leave him unpunished. But here we are in Jonah 2. Then Jonah prayed to Yahweh, his power from the belly of the fish, saying, I called out to Yahweh out of my distress, and he answered me. Out of the belly of Sheol I cried, and you heard my voice. For you cast me into the deep, into the heart of the sea, and the flood surrounded me. All your waves and your billows passed me over. Verse 1 through 3, bro. Bro, that show you Yahweh. Yeah, he put you through stuff. He gonna make, bro. Listen, you can't go through this in a breeze. See, a lot of people think, well, if I just follow the Torah, keep it to myself and my family, don't go on YouTube, don't do nothing, I'm gonna stay free. I ain't gotta worry about no problems. No, you have to go through. Yahweh has you. It's a must that you get purged. It's a must that your faith get tested, bro. It's a must that your mind gets tested to see if you really stand up, to see if you really riding for Yahweh. Give him all of the honor. You know what I mean? For you cast me to the deep, into the heart of the sea, and the flood surrounded me. All your waves and your billows passed me over. Right? Verse 4, then I said, I am driven away from your sight, yet I shall look again upon your holy temple. I was driven away. They thought, you know what I'm saying? Like the nation of Israel, bro, we was gone. You know what I'm saying, bro? Listen, I don't know about y'all, bro. What is this? I'd say like 19, bro, 6 years ago, bro, I was totally different person. You know what I mean? Totally driven away from the Most High sight. Totally thought I was my own God. I was telling my homies, bro, in 2 years, nigga, I'm gonna be like a God, nigga. I'm gonna be a God. 2 years after that, I'm finding out. Well, I already knew I was an Israelite. I knew that for I was in prison. I knew that, but 2 years after that, I'm trying to figure out this Israelite thing, thinking I knew something, but I was driven away from the Most High sight. You know what I mean? But that don't mean that we just stick right there. You was driven away from the Most High sight. You might have thought you was taking a break. You're not taking no break. You trying to run and you ain't doing nothing but making it worse for you. That's all of us. Anytime we go outside of what the Most High tell us to do and try to do something different, hey, we got to go through something. Now, I don't know how, but it seems, but a lot of Israelites, they get punished, and it's like they like it or something. They be like, well, yeah, I went through this, not understanding Yahweh was judging you. You thinking, yeah, you know, he tried me through the fire. No, bruh, you doing wicked stuff and you think it's righteous still. But anyway, verse 4, then I said, I am driven away from your sight, yet I shall again look upon your holy temple. The waters closed in over me to take my life. The deep surrounded me. Weeds were wrapped around my head. At the roots of the mountains, I went down to the land whose bars closed upon me forever. Yet you brought me up my life from the pit. Oh, Yahweh, my Elohim. Verse 7, listen, bro. When my life was fading away, I remember Yahweh, and my prayer came to you into your holy temple. Into, let me see something. Into, let's look at the word to, into. Right? Toward or direction of a hostile character, in addition, not adding to either, like you people like to do. You know what I'm saying? But toward. Right? Let me look at this. Toward. That means to go. That means you're not going any other way. That's it. When you go towards something, there's no going zigzagging, taking a U-turn or a detour. None of that. You're going to a place, a certain direction, in and toward. And what is that? What are we? What is that we're going towards? The Most High's temple. Now I don't know where y'all going with it, but as for me, his temple is in me, bro. And I'm not talking about no Christian stuff. We got to understand, Most High gave us a mind for a reason, bro. And it's to annihilate this function of this society that they done put us in, man. Everything is backwards. Everything goes against Yahweh. You know what I mean? Everything is, the whole world just off course. There's no one that focuses on. There's no one. I ain't saying no one. because I hope with brothers and sisters out there we do, you know what I mean? But nobody is looking to dwell into his temple. And I mean, sooner or later, bro, I really would. I wish we could get there. But as for now, bro, we got to be free some type of way, bro. And the only freedom we got right now is the refuge of Yahweh, bro. You know what I mean? Hey, look, only reason why I even came back on this is because I started it. You know what I'm saying? Still got a little bit to go. I still got 5 and 6. I'll probably come back, finish that off. You know what I mean? And I guess while I'm working on, I might as well start keep going with 8 all the way through. I think it's like 12 verses and let's see, chapter 27, 14. So, you know, meditate on that stuff. You know, let me let's read. I'm gonna read a little read, okay? Where is this at? Here we go. Was it this one? Or I might just put it in no, here we go. All right. Listen to this. All right. Recognizing tactics of psychological warfare. All right. Recognizing the tactics. Oh no, not my bad. Ain't okay. Listen to this. I because it's too much. I'll just put this in the description. It's cool. Ain't that big of a deal. How long I've been on here? 2.5 hours. Yeah, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna force it like anybody else. Hey, anybody got anything they gotta say? I want to say anything? So I got the link in the chat. What's up, Bob? I said, nah, it's helpful, man. I've been definitely making sure I don't fall victim to what you're talking about. Yeah, bro. It's out here tough too, bro. It's out here more than people recognize it, because I think a lot of people like damn near zombies, stuff, little zombies or something. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know, like bobblehead. I'm just a nigga. I'm just a nigga. Bobblehead. You know what I mean? I don't know, some weird stuff. And they don't like understand, like, hey, um, these people out here, they fighting with me mentally. And you know what I mean, your only strength is that, because we all are under the curses. But once again, once you hit that covenant, you follow the most high. You really into this thing where if you trying to pervert his word at all, bro, he gonna make you dumb. He gonna make you look dumb, all of that. Hey, Hanaya, look, I'm just a nigga. I'm just hold on, hold on, give me a second. Let me put this shirt on. I don't want YouTube to be like, oh, or y'all people be like, oh, he trying to. I know some Torah people. They like to take their shirt off, and you know what I'm saying, like they big and bad and all this old weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? But look, hey, look though, y'all. This how people be out here acting though. Hold on. Hold on, where is it? Hey, look. This how they be around here. Let me like this. I'm just a nigga. I'm just a nigga. I'm just old bobblehead ass people. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, do some thinking, bruh. Ain't even that deep, bruh. Like, just think. Most High got us, bruh. But we decide we kind of want to just play the role like, oh, I'm just gonna allow them to play some game with me like I'm somebody to play with. Nah, bro, you smarter than that. You not just a nigga. You know what I mean? Yeah. But anyway, bro, you know, I don't know, man. Sometimes it just gets to the point where you just gotta get to the Most High with this, bro. Don't just, you know, basically don't just think that you gonna go in this and people not gonna try you. Your mind gonna be tested. Your mind will be tested, bro, and they not playing with you either. Your all them funny feelings and stuff that you be getting, it come from them people. It come from people like putting some type of stuff in the air, bro, to make you feel like, to make your mind, you know what I'm saying, basically your mind bow down to them. What is that? It's like Isaiah when they talk about they said make your soul bow down. I done went over this many times. I don't know. Hey, but anyway, man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if y'all ain't heard the newest version and finally finished of Who Do You Love, go check that out. You know what I'm saying? Go check it out. Hey, it ain't a lot of Yahawah only music, so, and I don't usually say this like this, so excuse me, but y'all go to the playlist Yahawah only music. You know what I'm saying? Go check out a couple songs that is on there. You know what I'm saying? And share it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some people can vibe to it. Music can help and change. You know what I mean? But yeah. Anyway, it's your brother Hanan Yasharal, aka As Well As Real. I pray the Most High blesses you and keep you on. Hold on, wait a minute. Ain't nobody finna hit this link. Well, I'm gonna play the song and ain't nobody coming in by the end. Then it's whatever. All right. But anyway, I pray the Most High bless y'all and keep y'all perfect peace. It's your brother His Will with another Pelin idea.
Some feathers on my latest song. It's like you never realize there's too much going on. Brother, please can't you see we need to get along? That's crazy how that easy my DM try to tag along. First they try to bring us up, then they bring us down. Come around, talk about the whereabouts, then and now. It's like nobody knows us, even though you say it loud. You can see, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Ain't nobody made you open your eyes except Yahawah, so why you keep on bothering me? You need to make your mind a vision following ya, or you gon' run up behind somebody trying to deceive. I ask because I